They say the darkest part of the forest isn't the shadows between the trees. It's what might be hiding in them. These are nights that would make them question everything they thought they knew about what really happens in the dark. These two ghost hunters who decided to poke around the Adirondack Forest at night, armed with just some spirit boxes and cameras, they had no idea they were about to experience one of the creepiest nights of their lives. The night started off weird right from the get-go. Chris and Jazz were deep in a seriously remote part of the Adirondacks when they noticed something that made their skin crawl. A mysterious truck crawling along the dark forest roads. Once is strange enough, but twice? In the middle of nowhere? Something wasn't adding up.
I just want to give you an update. So we watched Jazz's footage back while he was driving, and that was definitely the same truck, 100% the same truck both times. So we decided that we're going to get not out of here, but we're going to get super far away, at least far enough that we feel comfortable, because it's just strange that that would come around twice like that. I don't really know. Again, we talk about it all the time. You guys probably get sick of hearing about it, but intention is everything, and you don't know people's intentions when they're just driving around the pickup trucks. This is a very large forest, so to be coming around back and forth, Jazz, the only logical, like truly logical thing I can think about, like as to why somebody would drive around like that twice, logically, is because possibly they shot like a deer or something and it didn't fall. They're trying to track it, like hoping it would just come out and be like dead in the road or something. I don't know. Which seems pretty far-fetched, and it is pretty far-fetched, but that's the only logical reason I can think of.
Things got even weirder when their spirit box started chatting up a storm. First, they heard from someone named Catherine.
Hello, is there anybody here that wants to communicate? My name's Yasko, I'm here with...
Catherine is lost.
Oh. Oh.
But then Mark came through. Apparently, he drowned somewhere nearby, and he seemed pretty adamant about warning them they needed protection, though from what remained unclear.
Are you still here with us? All right, Catherine, are you still here with us?
It's him.
Okay, so it's not Catherine. Who is him? What's his name?
Dead?
Okay. How did you die?
Water.
Did you drown in this forest? In the body of water?
In a pool.
In a pool?
Help me. It was a very sad, like, help me.
Were you killed, or was it an accident?
Go back.
Did you die? I mean, this water might connect to a bigger piece of...
No lie. I said, hey, Jazz.
What's the good spirits? What's your name?
Mark.
Okay. Mark, I'm so sorry to hear that you died in the water here. Could you tell me, is there anything we should be worried about here tonight?
I'm following you.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Do you mean
protection?
Harm? Wow. Thank you. Thank you, Mark. Protection from
I'm
what?
dead.
Okay.
Just when they thought things couldn't get any stranger, they stumbled across a tackle box with a mirror inside and a bunch of shredded money.
Money?
There's a mirror inside, bro.
Oh, shut up. Shut up.
Coincidental, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Do tackle boxes have mirrors? It's like, hey, like I gotta go catch some fish. Do I look good? Am I okay? How's my beard? It looks like there's some sticky residue in there.
Sorry. What?
What the bro?
What happened? What is it?
I'll just say right now. This might be crime evidence, dude.
Why? Oh.
Is that not money?
Here's the really freaky part. Their spirit box had been going on about money and mirrors earlier. Coincidence? In these woods? Not likely.
When I was filming over there, it said, I am a wealthy person. My money is lost.
No
Find
way.
my money.
No
I
fucking
swear
way,
on
bro.
everything.
Can the spirits, if you guys can hear us, tell us what this is or why this is here? I'm gonna put your phone in my pocket for a second, bro.
That's okay. As long as
It's
you get
like,
it back. Is there anything else in there?
I don't think so. Might just like a finger or something.
Well, why don't we put it back together?
Their night took an even darker turn when they knocked on trees to see if anything would knock back. And something did.
Bigfoot, whatever it is, can you please make a noise back when I'm done? I'm gonna do 5 bangs on this tree.
Oh, shit.
What the f was that, bro?
Someone is out here.
The temperature around them fluctuated dramatically, with Jazz experiencing an inexplicable warm spot in the otherwise freezing night air.
Bro, I don't know about you. It's freezing right now.
It's so cold right here.
But I swear for like a second, it felt like something really warm just like went by me, like a warm air pocket. I don't know how to explain it.
Who was that? Think about the stuff we got the other night about like the demon and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it makes you wonder.
The most terrifying moment came during their final attempt to communicate. After challenging whatever was out there to show itself, they were met with a series of aggressive growls and screams that seemed to be getting closer.
Do you guys enjoy us being out here? Because you guys sound really angry.
There's a woman scream in my ears. That was me.
Oh my.
I'm coming. It's us. Beware.
You want us to leave? Are you threatening us?
You're gone.
Oh shit, okay. Hopefully not. Hopefully we're still here. Can you use the water, use our cameras, use any of our equipment for energy to communicate with us, show yourself, anything you can do. Please.
The spirit box filled with malevolent messages, including "I am right behind you" and maniacal laughter, forcing them to retreat.
Listen, you. Can't breathe.
Oh, what the fuck was that?
I am right behind you.
I said I'm right behind you. Trust me, I'm looking for you.
Leave now.
I don't see you. Come down the hill. Quit being scared. Just come down here, please.
Good night.
Good night.
Dad.
Good night, Dad.
Crying.
What the f was that?
Ha ha.
What the f was that?
Did I scare you?
Yeah, you fucking did.
There's more.
What the fuck was that? Jess. Bro. There's something fucking out here, bro.
What?
Somebody's making like fucking like growling and like screaming and fucking noises, and it sounded like it was like running towards us, bro. What the fuck was that?
That's laughing.
Slowly.
Let's get back to the van. Take your phone. In your pocket. Got it?
The investigators had experienced plenty of supernatural occurrences before, but this night in the Adirondacks proved to be particularly intense. Between the mysterious truck, the physical evidence they found, and the aggressive entity that seemed to be stalking them through the woods, it became clear that some places are better left unexplored after dark.
You good? What the fuck was that?
I don't fucking know.
What is that?
I'm trying my phone.
Bro, fuck this shit, bro. Let's get back to the van.
This brave guy returned to a place where something unexplainable happened, where he'd previously captured footage of what people called the Lady in White. 6 months had passed, but the memories of what happened there were still fresh in his mind. Armed with an arsenal of ghost hunting gear, night vision equipment, a trail camera, and even a sleep recording app, He was determined to figure out what had created those mysterious sounds during his last visit. The location had changed since then. Mountain bikers had left their mark with new ramps, and someone had built a fire pit, but the eerie quiet that hung in the air, that was exactly the same.
One right behind where I had my hammock. Now I've stashed my backpack behind a tree over there off the path, so if anyone comes and sees me at the moment, it just looks like I'm walking dog, because I want to minimise any outside impact that people might have. Looks like there's a downed tree over there, that's new. And there's also a new fire pit here.
As dusk settled in, he began exploring the area where the strange sounds had originated during his previous visit.
The sound, well, it sounded like it was coming from over here somewhere, so let's go and have a look.
The forest had other stories to tell. An old den that might have been built by local kids, and the remains of an abandoned station with its valuable coping stones still intact.
This looks like an old den from kids, maybe. Can't remember this being here.
But most intriguing was the discovery of another camp spot. Seems he wasn't the only one drawn to this mysterious location.
This is it in here. Yeah, look. There's the station wall there and the big coping stones on top of it. Looks like somebody's been up here and tried to shift these. They'd be worth a fortune. Good luck shifting them though. Wow, it's well overgrown. Looks like we stumbled upon another camp here.
With darkness closing in, he set up his equipment for the night. A trail camera watched over his tent, programmed to record between 1 a.m. and 7 a.m. The witching hours when things tend to get weird. The night started peacefully enough, with only bats flitting through the trees above.
Can't see out in trees apart from bats. Batman.
The calm wouldn't last all night though. He woke up twice, once around 2:30 a.m. and again at 4:30 a.m. after a nightmare. That's not unusual for someone sleeping in a haunted forest, but what's interesting is that he couldn't remember what had woken him the first time. Sometimes our subconscious picks up on things our waking mind refuses to acknowledge.
Woke up earlier. That's what woke me up then. I had a dream for years, never mind a nightmare.
The real mystery came when he checked the sleep recording app in the early morning hours. Strange sounds had been captured.
Don't know what that was.
Something that could have been dismissed as wind, but didn't quite sound natural. Like most paranormal evidence, it left him with more questions than answers.
Sounds like it could just be wind noise, but I'm not sure. I'd have to listen to it through headphones.
Sometimes you're just looking for a peaceful getaway, and you accidentally end up camping in the most haunted forest in Britain. All she wanted was 2 nights of solitude in the woods. What she got instead was a crash course in why you should always Google a place before pitching your tent there. The woods she picked are right outside a little village called Pluckley, which holds the Guinness World Record for being Britain's most haunted village. We're talking about 14 known ghosts, including a decapitated highwayman who supposedly wanders the woods at night. But the real kicker? The modern stories about unexplained deaths and disappearances in these woods.
It goes on to read, The ghost of a local highwayman robber who was captured, lynched and decapitated by angry villagers in the 18th century is said to wander the woodlands. However, the most terrifying stories about this woodland are undoubtedly the modern ones and do not involve ghosts but disturbingly unexplained deaths, murders and disappearances.
Despite the ominous setting, she set up camp like a pro, getting his hammock and tarp rigged just before the rain hit.
Right, camp is set. I wanted to get everything set up before the rain comes, which is just in the nick of time, I think. But we've got the tarp over there, hammock, obviously, because I'm in the woods there. Very excited to be sleeping in the hammock again. Want to test out some new gear, so I've got my sleeping bag, some bits and bobs. If the rain does get bad, I'll probably move the hammock underneath the tarp, even though the hammock copes just fine in the rain. I've used it before in the rain, but it would be nice to have a bigger shelter. But we'll see how we go. I just wanted to get it set and get everything packed away, cameras and stuff out of the rain, which is coming.
The woods were already doing their thing, strange noises echoing through the trees, mixed with the distant sound of gunshots and planes overhead. But hey, at least she had meatballs for dinner.
Don't know if you can hear that, but obviously they're out shooting. I'm also under a flight path, so if you get any noise, it's the aeroplanes. Dinner tonight is going to be a simple affair. Meatballs and pasta out of a packet, love it, but I've got something much better planned for tomorrow night, but it's getting late, so quick and easy, just how we like it.
As night fell, things started getting weird. Like, really weird. The woods filled with sounds that definitely weren't your typical forest noises. Something between screaming kids and, well, something else entirely. The kind of sounds that make you question every life decision that led you to that moment. Our camper tried to play it cool, telling herself it was just birds or trains, but deep down, she knew something wasn't right.
Honestly, I've never known a woods with so many strange noises. It's not just your normal birds and stuff and planes. There's a lot of planes. There's like this weird... Well, I don't really know how to describe it, but I'm tired, so I'm going to let this burn out in a bit, sit here and enjoy a fire for a little while and then, yeah, head to bed. The hammock's really comfy, thank God, so I should sleep well, I would think. Where's my big beam? What was that noise? This is definitely odd. I've got no idea if you guys heard that or not, but honestly, I don't like it, I'm gonna be honest.
He heard what sounded exactly like footsteps around his tent. Not deer, not foxes. Footsteps. And they came back multiple times at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and 3:50 a.m.
Convinced there's been a person or persons. What the fuck? I've never wanted the morning to come as much as I do right now. turned the light on earlier. That was footsteps. That's just the house though. This is definitely the scariest night I've ever had in a tent. I'm sure I can still hear footsteps. And trains.
The next morning, after barely sleeping, she headed back to his van for breakfast and finally did what she should have done before, Googled the area. That's when she discovered he'd been camping in Screaming Woods, a place so haunted they run ghost tours there. The forest is famous for the anguished screams that send birds flying from trees. Exactly the kind of sounds she'd been hearing all night.
No way. Most haunted village in England. Ghost hunts and interactive ghost walks. It's in the flipping Guinness Book of World Records. Look at that, the woods I was in last night, the creepy, noisy woods. You can book, it's so haunted, you can book a ghost tour. It's in the Guinness World Record books for the most ghosts. It said here, between 12 and 14 known ghosts. I don't know what a known ghost is. Ghost hunters, you know the TV programme Ghost Hunters have been here.
But the universe wasn't done with her yet. While exploring during the day, she stumbled upon an abandoned Bedford truck in the middle of the woods, with no road in sight.
Well, it's not every day you see an old truck in the middle of nowhere. I've got absolutely no idea how this old Bedford truck would have got here. It's a pretty cool thing to find, but there is like, we're not even near a road. We are literally in the middle of the forest, well, the woods. I don't even know how it would drive through all these trees to get here. It's mental. I'll tell you what though, a bit of a clear out inside and it'd be a wicked place for a wild camp. With that skylight on the roof acting as a window, because it's on its side, it would make a brilliant wildlife photography hide. Definitely reckon I could get my hammock in the corner up there and then across on the angle. What a cracking little spot to camp out that would be. Absolutely mental.
Even after learning about all the ghosts and hauntings, she decided to stick around for a second night. She tried to make the best of it.
Hopefully the noises won't come and we'll feel a lot more comfortable chilling here by the fire, although I'm a bit close. Sorry if I'm a bit like bright on one side. I'll be red on one side in a minute. But I brought my ukulele with me because I was hoping for some quiet time playing, oh, it's out of tune, playing some tunes. But last night, if I'm honest, I didn't want to draw attention to myself, and that is because now, oh shit, still a little bit jumpy. That is because now I know I'm in the most haunted place in the whole of England. Now Pluckley, the village itself which is haunted, is less than a mile stone's throw away from where I am, and then this is the most haunted woods.
But there was this one moment when everything went completely, utterly silent. The kind of silence that makes your skin crawl. Some of the best ideas come to you while you're just walking around your room. But this guy's brilliant idea was to follow up his stay at Texas's deadliest river by camping out in America's deadliest forest. After a quick Google search, he landed on Freetown State Forest in Massachusetts, a place with so many dark stories, he couldn't even mention most of them on YouTube. You're not even supposed to camp there.
Most of the things this forest is known for, I can't even say, like, publicly, or, like, this just can't be talked about. And you're not even allowed to camp there.
But did that stop him? Nope. 21,000 spirit points and a 5 a.m. flight later, he and his friend were touching down in Boston. Coming from Texas, where it's usually 110 degrees, the chilly 60-degree Massachusetts weathers was just the first of many surprises waiting for them.
It's cold, it's 60 degrees and I'm freezing. I'm used to it being 110 degrees in Texas. 60 degrees is like being on ice. We are in good old Boston, Massachusetts, home of the...
Just how creepy is this forest? Well, when they checked into their hotel, the front desk clerk casually dropped this bomb. People disappear in there. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of dead girls in there somewhere. Not exactly the kind of travel advice you're hoping for when you're about to spend the night there.
In here, although whenever I walked up to the front desk, I decided to ask, like, if they had heard anything about the forest, and this is the answer I got.
But that's pretty much, they just say people disappear.
People disappear in there, okay.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of dead girls in there somewhere.
Oh, wow, okay. So, she kind of just lightly said that. She kind of just lightly goes, there might just be dead bodies in there that haven't been found. No! That's not the type of video we're trying to film. Someone already made that mistake and it's not gonna be us. Just saying.
Setting up camp was an adventure in itself. They had to sneak in since camping isn't allowed, and decided to leave the tents top off, which seemed like a great idea until they realized that meant anyone, or anything, could look right in at them. Their security system?
I think we're gonna leave the top of the tent off, which is kind of terrifying because you can see through it. So imagine you're just laying down at night and someone is just standing there.
Oh my God.
You make direct eye contact, right?
Terrifying.
You're not hiding from that. So I really just want to zip this thing up because it's, I don't know why I'm normally not like super scared, but like all the paranormal stuff and that will freak me out.
Yeah, that gets to me too.
Yeah. Hopefully that sends a signal not to mess with us. All right.
Things started getting weird pretty quick. Something touched one of them through the tent wall. But what? They don't see anything.
Oh my God, did you just, did something just touch me? Like, shine the light that way, shine the actual big light that way.
I don't see anything. Don't see anything.
Maybe it was just like the tent rubbing up my back. No, dude, that's not what that was. There's no way.
The way you're straddling me, I know you're scared of me.
Look at my hands. I don't know if it's probably like the fact that we're out here and that's like tripping me out, but I swear when I turned right there, something like through the tent just like touched my back.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
There's no way. I like that's the only thing like keeping me okay right now. That there's no way that's absolutely possible. Unless there's someone behind me right now and they're just listening to me talk about this. That's the only way that would be possible.
Just when they thought it couldn't get creepier, they heard a vehicle driving through the state park road. Which wouldn't be weird except it just stopped. Dead silence. And in a forest known for its paranormal activity, including stories of a red-headed hitchhiker you're supposed to avoid at all costs. Sudden silence is never a good sign.
That's really close.
It sounds like it's driving on the state park road, like through the park. Because there's not a road that close to us. That sounded like it was driving on the actual, like, dirt road through the state park.
It just stopped.
Are we just, yeah, it did just stop. Out of nowhere, it just stopped. Are we just freaking ourselves out?
The night dragged on with more unexplained sounds, including what sounded like someone crying nearby. Or a fox, maybe.
We're tripping out right now. We've heard a few things. One that I thought was a scream, but I'm now thinking it's a fox.
Between that and the bone-chilling cold, they were counting down the minutes until sunrise. By the time they finally made it out, they'd spent 5 hours editing the footage at a Starbucks, trying to make sense of what they'd experienced. Some might call them crazy for flying across the country to camp illegally in America's most haunted forest. But hey, at least they lived to tell the tale. After finishing work one misty evening, this guy decided to head out to a familiar woodland spot for some peaceful camping. The fog was rolling in, creating that beautiful, ethereal atmosphere that outdoor enthusiasts love. All he wanted was to set up a shelter, cook some food, have a few beers, and enjoy the solitude.
But it brings such a beautiful atmosphere to the surrounding areas here, so I'm going to tread myself in, get myself a shelter, cook some food, have a few beers, and have a good time, so I'll see you in there.
This time, though, things took an unexpected turn when he stumbled upon something straight out of a horror movie. A white bedsheet draped over a tree stump, looking every bit like a ghost. He tried to laugh it off, even naming it Casper, but something about it just felt off.
Well then, I wasn't expecting that, to be honest, guys. I was not expecting that. It looks like some kids have put this bed sheet over a tree stump. I don't know why I'm putting this back on, but I am. Everyone meet Bob. Say hello to Bob. No, Casper. Casper the ghost. Say hello to Casper the ghost.
Despite the creepy welcome committee, he pushed on, trying to find the perfect spot to camp. He found a nice area with a view of an open green space, complete with a sitting log and some mushrooms. The birds were rustling in the trees, creating that normal woodland ambiance that usually feels so peaceful. But when you're camping alone and you've just seen something weird, your mind starts playing tricks on you.
And some nice mushrooms, fungi. It's quite nice around here. Nice and light. It feels like it would be quite a nice light spot in the evening. Pretty good option actually. Maybe like a little lean-to tarp shelter.
The rain wasn't making things any easier. Everything was soaked, and he had to carefully pick his camping spot to stay as dry as possible. He settled on a more sheltered location, away from both Casper and the too open grassy area, and started setting up his tarp. Just a normal guy trying to make the best of a wet camping situation. Or so he thought.
I hope Casper has a lovely night on his own over there. I'm going to camp here because it's a bit more sheltered. So I'm going to get my tarp up now, my 3x3 tarp by DD. Get myself a little plough point. Once I've got that up, go cut some wood, and then I'll do my bedding.
That's when things started getting weird. While he was trimming wood for his fire, he began hearing mad movement in the bushes. At first, he tried to rationalize it. Maybe it was just the rainfall, or rabbits, or deer. But something felt different. The footsteps he was hearing didn't sound quite right, and there were no voices or flashlights to suggest other hikers. Then
I'm just literally sat over there trimming the wood down, cutting it down how I like it, and I can just hear some mad movement going on in those bushes over there. I can't tell if it's like the rainfall just making quite a commotion, or there may be rabbits or deers maybe walking through, or any dog walkers or whatever, I don't know. Bit spooky. It'll be just the rain anyway. I don't know why I let these things play on my mind sometimes. It happens, you know, guys, it happens. Literally, camping out solo is a wonderful thing for many reasons. But sometimes your mind just plays tricks on you. And you think you can hear like treading through the woods, but you can't hear any talking, can't see any torches. It's just me in here, I assume. But I'm gonna carry on, push through, make a fire, enjoy myself.
Then came the silence. Any outdoors person knows that when the woods go quiet, something's usually wrong. He went to see where the sounds were coming from, but he couldn't find anything. Nothing visible to the human eye, at least.
And it's really quiet. There should be birds singing. there was birds singing, and I've just noticed they've just stopped singing. You know what I mean? Why wouldn't they be singing? I'm finding it really difficult to focus. Lovely little spot. Lovely food to be cooked. And a night under the stars.
Being an experienced camper, he knew the difference between normal woodland sounds and something else. The way twigs snap when they fall naturally versus when they're stepped on. The sound of something pushing through bushes versus wind-moving branches. These weren't the usual sounds. Whatever was out there seemed to be waiting for him to stop talking before moving, like it was trying to stay hidden.
I'm pretty sure I saw something in the bushes as well. As I was standing still, there was this movement there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to leave my tarp here in the woods. My bag is already packed. I'm just going to grab what I can grab and come back here in the morning, and maybe just do a bit more talking with you there. So I think it's important to be real with you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna pack up. I guess I could take this tarp away, but I just don't really want to. All right, I'm gonna go, guys.
In the end, he did what any sensible person would do. He listened to his gut and left. Sure, it might have been nothing more than a curious dog walker, but as he says, why stick around to find out? Jared Bear was prepared for a solo night in a place literally called Helltown. His last visit here with his friend Brandon had been scary enough, with coyotes circling and the feeling of being hunted. But this time, he was facing it all alone.
Welcome back to another adventure, fam. If you're new to the channel, I'm Jared Bear, and for today's adventure, I am bringing you guys back to somewhere scary, terrifying, and haunted. So this is going to be one scary, haunted adventure now. Only this time, I'm alone.
This wasn't just any haunted location. Helltown was the motherlode of creepy. We're talking serial killers, satanic cults, and a road so cursed it was nicknamed the end of the world. The town's history is wild enough. It started as Boston Mills in 1806, flourished with its paper mill, and then everything changed in 1974 when the government started buying up land, forcing people out. That's when the legends started spreading. Everything from chemical spills creating mutations to Wendigo sightings in the woods.
Here we go. The beginning of the end of the world. I really don't want to do this.
Setting up camp by his truck, Jared was already hearing things. Something brushing against his vehicle. Weird noises in the darkness. But the real adventure was still ahead. A midnight walk to find the notorious satanic barn where people supposedly perform sacrifices. 2 hoodies and a handful of courage later, he set out on the cursed road.
This sounded like somebody back there in the woods. This is crazy.
Things got weird fast. Before he even started walking, he heard what sounded like someone standing right next to him. The darkness seemed to be playing tricks on his eyes. Or was it?
Well, that wasn't there last time. What are they doing? What's that thing? Huh, I don't know. What are they doing? Man, I crap you not. I keep freaking seeing somebody standing. Okay, I want to try to walk a little fast to get us to the barn, because it's a long walk of just this.
He kept seeing figures, catching glimpses of what looked like people standing in the woods. And then came the whispers, the footsteps, sounds that seemed to be following him through the forest.
Man, there was a scream back here earlier. So, earlier, somebody back here was screaming. Man, this flashlight's no good.
As he got closer to the barn, the activity ramped up. Strange growls echoed through the trees, and the temperature dropped dramatically. His flashlight batteries were dying faster than they should, and he couldn't shake the feeling that something was right behind him.
This is absolutely ridiculous, guys. This is crazy. Who does this? Jer Bear? Oh, another shooting star. That's two. I've seen two shooting stars on this abandoned haunted road. Well, that's pretty cool. I can't even tell you how I'm feeling right now.
When he finally reached the barn, he heard distinct footsteps above him. But there was nobody there. At least, nobody he could see.
Oh man. I've got a chill like no other right now. world's ending. Did you hear the footsteps? Footsteps just came from up there. Shh, 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 shh. Oh, that's so loud. Shh, shh. There it is again. Whew. I didn't see anybody up there. There was nobody here. There was nobody here. I feel like I'm gonna puke. No freaking way. Did that just happen? No freaking way. Hello? I got my thing in my hand, guys. I'm ready right now if I have to be. Hello? I heard you walking up here. What? Oh my goodness, my heart's going so freaking fast. All right, guys. We made it to the barn. I'm done with the barn. I'm done with this road, man. We got this long freaking walk.
Just when he thought it couldn't get any scarier, he made it back to his truck, exhausted but relieved. That's when the real terror started. He'd fallen asleep in his vehicle, only to be jolted awake by something trying to get inside.
I just heard something outside. I did fall asleep, but it sounded like something hit my truck. What is it? Oh, somebody's there. Somebody's there. So where's my freaking light? Where's the freaking... Hey! There's a car there. Hold on. Where's my keys? Where's the keys? Somebody was trying to get in the truck. Where's my thing? Where's my thing at? Where's everything at? Where's my gun? There it is. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Somebody's just trying to get in the truck. Hold on. Oh. Hello? Who did that? Oh my goodness. Whoa.
Sometimes the scariest part isn't the ghosts. It's the very real possibility that you're not alone out there in the darkness. Next time you hear branches cracking in a dark forest, just remember, that sound behind you, it might not be your imagination after all. If you want to hear more true encounters from the dark, make sure to like, comment what you would have done in their place, and subscribe. That is, if you're brave enough.